Do I sense evil spirits in the outhouse? Y'all, what's a septic tank?
That's a toilet dumps into.
That's where you keep your septics.
He wouldn't know anything about that. Bless his
These
heart.
little fish.
It's a septic
Fish tank, but it's for septics.
Yeah. It's a fish tank for poop.
I regret my question. Shane, are you gonna share your screen?
Man, good catch asking that question early.
Yep. Yes, thank you. You've redeemed yourself, AJ. You're no longer a worthless douchebag.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Never mind. Back into camp. Back into camp.
Welcome to... What?
Oh,
My throat literally went... Gotta get loose. Gotta get loose.
You gotta hurry this up. Get me to the first break. My drink's empty. We spent so long on this, I finished another drink. I gotta get to the first break now.
Welcome to RPG Underground. Tonight we're going to play the quick start rules for Delta Green.
oh shit! Hell yeah!
So this
What is
is
Delta Green?
basically the Call of Cthulhu rule set. So everybody should be pretty familiar with it. Delta Green was a secret government-funded organization that was disbanded and then brought back together to basically find anything supernatural, otherworldly, completely obliterate it, as well as hide it from the public. So
American way.
if there are witnesses, you have to convince them that they didn't see what they actually saw, and if they don't believe it, you gotta take them out. So, and those things affect your sanity as well, obviously, but there's basically two groups of Delta Green. There's still the government-funded one, and there are people that were in Delta Green that refuse to go back, that are basically like running their own underground Delta Green operation. But the key thing to keep track as far as your player characters go are your normal people. You have normal jobs. You could be in the FBI, you could be in the government, but you also could just be a computer expert. You could be a doctor, you could be whatever. But for some reason, at some point in your life, you've had some kind of interaction, and either the real Delta Green or the underground Delta Green contacted you, and now you're an operative. Now, another thing about operatives is they don't know each other. You might end up working with the same people multiple times, but nobody knows who's in charge. Nobody knows where groups of other Delta Green operatives are. It's all kept secret. You've got a contact. That contact will reach out to you. You're expected to go somewhere and do whatever they tell you. So that's the basic premise. So what we'll start off with is letting you guys pick which character you want to play. This is modern day. It's not like playing Call of Cthulhu in the 20s. There's machine guns and bombs and everything else. Now, if we were playing a campaign with these guys, this stuff would matter, but we're not. All right, this is just a one shot. Might take a couple episodes to go through it, but it's a one shot. So that's basically really all you need to know. Say who you're playing and then give a little bit of their background so we know what kind of character they are. So you want to start, Micah?
Yeah, I am playing Dr. Palmer, who is 40-year-old female. She has a doctorate in cultural anthropology. It says you forged a solid career in anthropology, the field you love most. Choose foreign languages to reflect your specialty. So I'm just coming over here to fill this out now. Her anthropological specialty is American Indians. And so her foreign languages are the Cherokee and the Creek Indians.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. The way I got to Delta Green, I'm just going to read what it says and not make any interpretations here. She got to Delta Green after learning things man was not meant to know. This experience increased her occult skill, gave her a little knowledge of the unnatural, the inhuman, and supernatural truths of the universe. It also cost Dr. Palmer a great deal of sanity. She has a lingering sleep disorder. Dr. Palmer cannot get a good night's sleep, even if everything around her is totally safe. To get a good night's sleep, a sanity roll is required every time. Also, she has once helped a small team of other investigators, perhaps fellow agents. She doesn't know. But she's helped a small team of investigators.
Right. Okay. What? How about the bonds? Just
Oh,
out of curiosity.
yes. So her bonds are her best friend, her favorite grandparent, her psychotherapist, and fellow survivors of a shared trauma. So whatever happened to her when she learned the things that man was not meant to know, the other fellow survivors of that are also in her bonds.
Okay. How about you, Nobi?
I am Special Agent Cream Cornwell. I am. I've had years of psych training, research, and clinical work, but I didn't like it. So I got out of that, got into my neighbor's an FBI agent, so I got with him. Things look cool. I'm an interrogator, and I'm one of the best, apparently. I'm good at reading people, good at convincing witnesses and suspects to cooperate, or unraveling conspiracies. I was investigating a militia group, and there was something unnatural occurred. Something terrible and supernatural, and when it was over, my second marriage was in a shitter. My sanity was down. I knew more about the cult and heavy weapons than I wanted to. It says you and the handler should decide the details. When it was over, fellow agents asked to join them in a secret task force, supposedly for counterterrorism, but was actually dedicated to stopping unnatural incursions and saving others from exposure.
Nice. What are your bonds?
My bonds are my current third spouse, because I don't know my place, and my first spouse and 2 kids, because I am a fucking glutton for punishment.
Aren't we all?
Does your bonds really say your third spouse?
Yes. Current. And third is in parentheses, so apparently there's going to be more on the way, but God, I hope not. And psychological says, but I like to figuring people out, protecting the American people, following the law, rooting out dangerous conspiracies, and a new romance, because apparently I'm a cheater.
Well, it does make it interesting when you go to court.
This guy's
when
deeply lawful good, except with women.
He's
it does make it interesting when you go to court and you're getting divorced from your 14th wife. You know, the judge gives her 1/67th of your income for alimony.
Yeah. It's easier
You
to
just
bring it up
laugh
that
it
way.
off. You know,
Yeah, it's easier to bring it up that
whatever.
way. So you get a nickel, you get a dime.
All right, John.
I am security contractor McMurdy, retired from the military after years of covertly pursuing and killing terrorists. A violent encounter with the unnatural brought me to Delta Green.
What are your bonds?
My
How old are
psychiatrist.
you? Like, did you run into Bigfoot when you were in Vietnam, or?
I'm 44, so
okay.
probably Desert Storm,
Yeah.
number 1. I'm a psychiatrist. My bonds are to my psychiatrist and my younger brother.
Why come we've all got bonds to some kind of therapy job? I don't like this at all.
Sanity loss.
But I'm very motivated to get back to my dog in one piece. That's very important. Is my dog.
Yeah.
So, and one night stands.
About to go real John Wick real fast.
What's your dog's name?
Me and McMurray
I don't
hang
know.
out.
Mr. Ruffles.
Slow-mo.
All right, AJ.
I am Dr. Schnell, a 39-year-old female with a doctorate in astrophysics. I was a well-regarded young astronomer on the way to great things when it happened. To this day, I can't remember the details, but I know I'm shaken and scarred from it. Whatever happened, it boosted my occult skill, which is ironic because it's at 10. It gave me a little knowledge of the unnatural. Since then, I've been in contact with a few secret government agents who were there, who saved my life, and they are grateful to me for saving theirs. From time to time, they ask me to help them uncover and stop unnatural incursions, but I have no idea why I keep on doing it. Bonds are with my spouse. my parents, my former spouse,
That's me.
and a Novi. Cream to caramel is my
Are you
former
both
spouse.
just running through marriages like it's your job?
Hell yeah.
Hey, I forgot I was married.
I remember just didn't want to.
Because of the aliens, right?
My motivations are discovery, learning about extraterrestrial life, guarding against the fragility of life, crafting the perfect telescope, and I have amnesia.
Crafting the perfect telescope.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that makes this easy. Okay.
It makes you snap into telescope mode.
I think Dr. Snell's going to be my second and fourth wife.
Love you also representing a strong woman. Me and AJ will bring strong women representation to this game.
Got this.
Okay, so we're going to say that for this is just like the map showing around Washington, D.C. area. And all of you are about your normal daily lives, and you get the text message. And it's an encrypted message. Only you have the keys to decrypt it. And when you do, it is your contact saying to be at a particular location, which you know is a post office. And it says go down the hall and into the conference room. The door will be unlocked. Meet there at 2 p.m. You got that. The next day, it's time to go. So I assume you're all going to make your way there. Would you like to do anything before you go to the meeting?
After reading the message, I destroy my cell phone and my YubiKey I used to read the message, and then drive to the post office.
Yeah, I eat my cell phone.
Okay.
I've had Mr. Ruffles and tell his music is a good boy. And then I go to the post office.
All right. So you go to the post office, you walk down this long hall, and at the end of the hall is a door. You open the door. You've been here before, and you enter the room, and we'll say you all stagger in one after the other. You've never seen each other before. So you know you're all operatives, but you've never interacted before. Now, there could be something there between AJ and Novi, but he can't remember. So, and Novi doesn't want to remind him.
I refuse to make eye contact. I look away. No. I'm being
But you
bashful.
go,
Dr. Chanel's thinking about her latest telescope ideas.
you go in
Probably
the
forgets
room, and there's a man standing there at the head of the table in a suit,
My fifth wife.
and you know him as Mr. Jones, your
Mr.
contact.
Jones and me.
So once everybody gets in and sits down, he hands out dossiers, and he says, these are your instructions. Clyde Bowman was a Delta Green agent, and he recently died. The body has been removed from his home, but the first thing you are to do is proceed to his residence and remove any evidence of Delta Green activities. His heirs are expected to be there within 48 hours, so you have to make sure it's completely clean by then and involve no one else in this operation. Report back to this room 48 hours from now and let me know that the job is done. Anything that you find there related to Delta Green, destroy it. Anything that might lead you somewhere else where he might have left other information, go there, get rid of it. Also, if you find any information that Bauman has violated Delta Green security, report it to me. This is the briefing that he gives you. It's a summary report on Clyde Bowman. Date of birth 3/28/1945. Wife Marlene, apparently deceased in November of 2002. Daughter Sharon, born in
My fifth wife.
1967. Son Michael, born
Six.
in June 74. Occupation, he was a Bureau of Internal Revenue, later IRS. He retired an assistant deputy commissioner for operational support. He was active with the group from 1967 to 1970, taking part in 11 operations, details unavailable. Numerous consultations with a specialty in taxation and property confiscations. No current association with the group. He then walks out of the room.
Do we know if this is the official Delta Green or the unofficial Delta Green? This guy.
I'm going to say that you are part of the underground Delta Green.
Okay.
You might be an FBI agent, but this isn't something that ever comes to you through the FBI. It's always through this handler, right? And the rest of you, I don't think, are associated with the government at all, right? Your jobs are all other things. So he's left you in the room with this information, and there's the key to the door of Bauman's apartment. It's also got the address for the property. What do y'all want to do? You're all sitting there looking at each other.
Guess we'll get started. No need to introduce ourselves to each other because none of us are going to live through this.
How far is the address from where we are now?
A couple miles.
Oh, okay. So we can just load up in the car. Okay.
Has anybody been monitoring Clyde Bauman's apartment? Is there a
Who are you
chance
asking
that
this?
Why would we know? Mr. Jones
right.
just left.
Yeah, he just
man.
walked out.
Fucking dick.
Yeah. If you're asking that to us, Dr. Palmer's like, that ain't my job.
All right, I guess we'll head over.
I never had any run-ins with this guy, so yeah. Guess we ought to head over there and get started because we don't have a lot of time.
So whoever's got the biggest car, we just pile in and drive over there.
Yeah,
Okay. I drive a Hummer H2.
I've got a 78 LTD,
You know what?
fucking land yacht.
Yeah, let's take the land yacht.
Let's hop in that.
Okay, I like that because I can winch it over and I don't know it.
All right, you guys get in the land yacht, drive a few miles, and arrive not at that.
Got stop for gas 3 times.
It overheats twice on the way there.
I like
Yeah.
how none of that was important, but we had to make a huge deal out of it.
You arrive outside of this apartment complex, and that's what it looks like.
We made big deal of that, but we'll miss everything else. But the fucking car we rode in there was important. All right, so this is outside the apartment complex. This place looks absolutely horrible.
It does. No wonder he's dead.
Man, no shit.
Yeah, it's a inconspicuous apartment building in a declining working class neighborhood. It's a jarring example of 1960s design, blocky and drab.
Can you show us that handout again? I accidentally closed it instead of minimizing it. Okay.
Out of curiosity, do we know how Clyde Bowman died?
You do not.
Is everyone packing?
Yeah, I am. For sure.
Hell yeah. Let's stack up and SWAT team this thing.
Yeah.
SEAL Team 6 it.
Even though I'm like a woo-woo like anthropologist, I still keep a piece on me because I know I'm Delta Green. I've got that little 38 Ruger for girls. I got one of them in my pocket, in my purse.
So
Now,
are you just
Now
Go ahead.
I want to look around the street, see if anybody looks more suspicious than normal. Somebody looks like they don't fit in. Like if somebody's. I'm trying to figure out if somebody's watching this apartment.
no? All you see is a lady in her late 60s with a dog on a leash coming down the sidewalk towards the building.
I shoot the dog. I don't trust it. All right. Yeah, if she's just walking her dog. Fuck it. I'm going to head to the building. And we know which apartment he's lived in, right?
So you guys just going to go up to the apartment?
Yeah, I think we just make our way into his
Yeah.
apartment.
All right.
And opens
So
the door.
you put the key in the lock. It unlocks it. You open the door, and the interior is a small apartment that is Spartan and grim. Aside from a patina of cigarette smoke, there is scant evidence that anyone actually lived here. Green Cornwell, McMurdy, Dr. Palmer, and Dr. Schnell.
Shane, are you going to share your screen? Or do you have hidden GM stuff that we can't see?
Man, good catch asking that question early.
Yep. Yes, thank you. You've redeemed yourself, AJ. You are no longer worthless.
You're out of the gulag.
Yes. Success.
Gulag gone.
I'm so happy.
Never mind. Back into camp. Back into camp.
All right. So just inside the door, what you see is a well-worn couch facing an archaic television, coffee table with a bunch of books or magazines or something on it, and a box of what looks like donuts. And directly beside the door is a key hook that has a set of keys. Ring of labeled keys hangs on the door.
I want to take the keys and look at the labels on them.
Okay, the labels say office, car, and cabin.
Okay. 48 hours. So I was going to pocket the keys and just try to make sure and make copies of them and then bring the originals back. That way, when the people come, there won't be anything suspicious about the keys being missing.
Can I go rifling through the books to see if any of them have like a hidden compartment inside of them or any like pieces of paper that are loose inside the books?
The ones laying on the coffee table.
Yep. Or if there's
Yeah.
a bookshelf nearby those two.
So there's no books or bookshelves in this room. The coffee table has a bunch of completed crossword puzzle books and issues of Sports Illustrated and Reader's Digest and a closed box of donuts.
Dang.
Open the box of donuts.
You open the box of donuts to discover that they apparently used to be powdered sugar donuts, but now they are just dried crusts. Crumbling.
Donuts.
What do y'all want to do?
Should we check to make sure we're alone in here?
Yeah, I was going to, clear the room.
Yeah,
Clear the apartment.
y'all are the police. You make that call because I'm gonna come in here and just start turning the place upside down.
Yeah.
Like I want to go into the kitchen and just start throwing drawers and cabinets open and just rifling
Well,
through
it's not,
everything.
let's not make a mess because we got to try to make us inconspicuous. But yeah,
Well, yeah, but we still have to get rid of everything that
Oh,
could
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
related to Delta Green. Like we gotta search this place top to bottom.
So are y'all
Yeah.
going to split up, or are you going to walk around
Yeah.
in a little clutched up group and go room to room, or how would you like to do it?
I am going to go to. Oh, I can't move my guy.
Have we cleared the apartment first? Like somebody might be in here. We just broke in, right? Well, with a key.
That's what we're. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to check, clear the apartment, get on the hallway.
Come on,
here.
cream corn. Let's go clear the rooms.
All right, yeah, let's do this cop style first. Everybody,
Yeah.
get your guns out. Safety's off.
Night vision goggles on.
Yep.
I do have night vision goggles.
Of course you do.
It probably actually is in your inventory, isn't it?
It is. This guy's got like 5 guns strapped to him.
I got like 2. All right. Yeah, we'll hit the. Well, I guess hit the door to the front first, the bedroom. Check that
Yeah.
door, make sure it's unlocked, and we'll hit in there. Make sure it's
It
clear.
is. Nobody's in it.
Super clear. Then do the bathroom and the office and kitchen and all that.
The office
make sure-
door is locked.
Okay. Do the rooms we can do fast, and then we'll try that. Then you want to hit the office door? Hit the office after that. I got the key apparently.
Yeah. So all the rooms are clear.
Okay.
The key does work on the office door. You open it. It's also clear.
Okay.
Good deal.
I'm gonna toss
Now,
the office.
You're going to toss the office. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through, and I'm sure he's got all kinds of shit in here. And has he got a laptop or a computer?
There is no computer in the office.
I got to run over to a work call. I'll be back in a few minutes. Dr. Chanel's going to be in the car as a getaway driver, just in case.
You're going to stay in the car.
Yep.
Okay. So this is what his
Oh,
office
my
looks like,
God,
except there is no computer.
there's not a computer
so
in this
there
office
is-
either.
Yeah, there is.
That's not a computer. That's a tiny television with a fucking typewriter in front of it.
Yeah. He pretended it was a computer. But yeah, his office is just full of binders, full of information, paperwork everywhere.
Holy shit!
Academics.
You
This is
got to
gonna take
go through it.
Ever.
We need to torch this whole damn place.
Ever.
We're not. There ain't no way. There's no way we're gonna find just the few things in here that might relate to Delta Green. We got 48 hours. Searching through this office is a 12-hour job.
Yeah. Now, just so you know, looking at that, you're very close to being right there. So this is a 12-hour job for one agent. So if you've got multiple agents, you can cut the amount of time down. But you are dead on. It's 12 hours worth. Yeah. Do any of the agents have accounting?
Yes, I do.
What's your score?
10.
10.
I also have
Same.
10.
I can almost add.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have accounting.
I got bureaucracy.
No, you don't even have to roll it. You've got to have 30% or better to have
Okay.
the time in here, but you don't. So.
What about bureaucracy?
No. That ain't going to help you searching.
Forensics?
What is since we're on the topic and AJ's gone anyway, and this might turn into an intermission and a giant edit. What is everybody's highest skills?
I have a 80 in human interest or human intellect. I guess that's what that means.
Oh,
human?
human intelligence. Okay, yeah. You got an 80 in human.
Yeah.
Damn.
I got a
okay.
70 in criminology, a 60 in unarmed combat, a 70 in persuade, a 60 in
Damn.
drive, and a 60 in archaeology. Archaeology? The fuck?
God, this guy's RoboCop over here.
Yeah, fucking.
All right, Gore. What are your top ones?
I have a 70 in stealth and a 70 in dodge. And then I have firearms and unarmed combat are both 60s.
You're a ninja.
Right. A ninja with an MP5.
Do you really have an MP5 on you?
I do. I have an MP5.
I don't have shit. I said that thing about a gun earlier. I ain't got a damn gun on me.
I've got a 357 as well.
Jesus.
I've got a 9mm and a 38, and
Holy
a pistol
shit.
butt. And a pistol butt. I'm assuming that's attached to one of the pistols. I imagine, but I'm not 100% sure. And
Oh, like
I have,
one of the
I have a Kevlar
like
vest
you-
too.
same.
Okay.
Okay, so we're both like armed to the teeth over here.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
So I go over and click under equipment. I've got absolutely nothing. Literally nothing.
You're just a doctor, right?
Yeah, like there's not any reason I would have anything. The only skills I'm good at, I don't have anything near to your all's level, but I've got an 80 in history and an 80 in occult. For some reason, even though I've got an 80 in occult, I am an anthropologist and only have a 70 in anthropology. those are my big ones.
Well, we can do this if you guys tell me how you want to handle this. So there's multiple rooms to go through. Like I said, if you want to go through everything in this one, it's going to take 12 hours for one person.
Okay.
If all four of you did it, it'll take 3 hours.
That might
I
be
mean,
the
it
best
was
way.
locked.
With
Imagine-
decreasing people. So.
This is probably going to be the worst room by far. Would be my guess.
I'm thinking we go through all the other rooms and come back to this and
Yeah.
decide whether to spend the 3 hours.
Or just torture, like you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just do a little arson.
Well, yeah, if we
Yeah.
find something in the other room that leads us down a path that takes way longer than 3 hours or something, like if we get
Yeah.
caught up in anything else, then yeah, we're going to have to go to plan B. We're going to have to torch all this shit.
Remember, you have 2 days. All right. So you've got 48.
Yeah, but I also know how this game works and how a goose chase can take up at least 1+ day.
So,
Oh,
All right, so here's what's been decided, AJ. You guys are all going to go through all the rooms in the apartment searching, and then you're going to finish with the office because the office would take one person 12 hours to go through all the paperwork that's in there. But if you combine your efforts, the 4 of you can knock that down to 3.
Fair enough.
All right, so you've all decided to do that and left the office. Where are you headed?
I exit the office and walk immediately across the hallway to the door in front of me and open it up to find the bathroom.
Okay, so the bathroom. There's a broken towel rack. The shower door is cracked, and there's a few fragments of broken ceramic toothbrush holder swept over into the corner. Give me a check. What in the hell kind of thing would this be? Do you have perception? Is that a skill? Anything like it?
Perception isn't one.
there's a search skill.
Yeah,
Alertness?
There's alertness.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you've got alertness, give me a roll in alertness.
All right. My alertness isn't good, but here you go. Big fail.
Yeah.
Big
so
fail.
you smell something strange in there, but you don't know what it is.
Do I see any medicine cabinets, drawers, anything like that?
Yeah. And there's nothing in them but the normal stuff, cotton swabs, aspirin, junk like that.
I throw back the shower curtain and look into the tub.
Yeah, you can tell that it hasn't been used in a while, but there's nothing special there. Just
Okay,
that odd
last
smell.
thing
you
while
can't
I'm
put your finger on.
last thing while I'm poking around in here, I lift up the lid on the back of the toilet tank because I know that's where I put my gun. Check if there's anything in there.
There is nothing. All right. Who else?
Yeah, I just walk out of the bathroom like, y'all, it smells in here.
I'm going to go take a sniff.
Okay, give me that roll. Alertness.
Failure.
Yeah, that smell bothers you too. You're like, ugh. Not sure what that is.
Oh,
give it a
well,
huff.
time to move on.
You know what? While I'm standing there thinking about all this and smelling in the smells, can I roll for occult? Because I'm like deeply into this.
Yeah.
Like as an anthropologist, I'm always thinking about like, is this an ancient Native American curse? Like, yeah, sure, things might just smell bad anytime, but is this one specifically an ancient Native American curse?
Yeah, you can roll that, and then I've got one that any of y'all can do that might help here. So go ahead.
That is.
You sense nothing out of the ordinary occultish in here.
Okay.
Now, does anyone have forensics?
Yes.
Well, Micah, you've been in there, and John's been in there. Do either of you have forensics?
No.
Okay.
Literally, mine's 0.
And John?
Negative at 0.
Okay. Novi,
Yeah.
do you want
I'll
to
take a
go in
huff.
there?
I'll take a huff.
Are you taking a huff on forensics? What is your forensics?
Yeah. It is 40, but I failed. Oh,
And you
awesomely.
missed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a crit.
Yep. Well, doubles.
How about AJ?
I do not have forensics.
Do you want to go smell?
You know what? We're all in a bathroom together. Why not?
Are you actually over there messing around in the pantry like it says?
I would like to be messing around in the pantry. That sounds awesome. But I'll head over to the bathroom. I'll take a
Okay. Give me an alertness check.
alertness.
Oh, excuse me. No, we're so close.
Oh, my cutoff was 20, and I rolled a 52.
Yeah, you failed
Oh yeah.
a double. So, yeah, y'all just know something smells bad in there. That's all you know. All
I'm
right.
getting out of here. I'm going
What
back to
else
the
do y'all
pantry.
want to do?
John, you go into the bedroom?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to head to the living room then. Oh, shit. Damn it.
I can go ahead and tell you there's nothing else there. Y'all have looked around the living room. It's just those magazines and couch and old TV.
Shit, does Clyde have any snacks in the pantry?
You're looking around the kitchen.
Yep.
Why did
Okay.
everybody keep moving? Oh my
There's
God.
some cans, pans, and boxes. The only thing you happen to notice is a drawing that's on the refrigerator.
What's the drawing of?
I'm going to show you, but for some
Oh, I
reason,
thought the pause was for suspense. My bad.
to reveal. Right. Okay. There is what looks like a child's crayon drawing on the refrigerator of a building, and it says Cassie. It has 2 gold stars on it, and Grandpa.
Does Clyde have a granddaughter? I didn't see that in the report that was written.
It only listed his immediate family.
Oh, shit.
All
But
right.
that's all you find in the kitchen. All right. Who wants to go somewhere else?
I'd like to rummage through the bedroom.
Bedroom. All right. There's a queen size bed and a dresser on top. And there are photographs on top of the dresser. And when you look at the photographs, you see high school graduation pictures of his 2 children, a few photos of a child in a ceramic paperweight of the child's handprint with the name Cassie, age 4, crudely painted on it. And the one photograph that stands out to you is apparently a younger photo of Clyde and his wife.
Her eyes are
That's
crossed
not
out.
creepy at all.
And someone has
Wife.
scratched her eyes
He only
out
had
of the
one.
picture.
Do you think he's better than us?
Fucking amateur. One wife. What the fuck?
Okay. And oh yeah, you're looking around the bedroom. I don't know that I told you everything, so let me check. Bowman's apartment.
Was that photo on display?
That was sitting on top of the dresser.
But that means that Clyde is not like his wife. Because why would you display a picture with your wife's eyes scratched off?
She's dead, right?
The sheet gave a date that she was deceased. Yes.
No. Is that deceased or divorced?
Deceased.
Okay.
Is that the same thing to you?
No, I don't have time for that shit.
Is there anything on the back of the photo? Like a date, location?
No.
And it wasn't in a frame. It was just laying on the top of the dresser.
It's sitting like you would expect pictures to be. Yeah.
Someone doesn't like this. His wife.
Mm-hmm.
Could be him. Could be someone else.
You know,
That's all you
that's
find
something.
if
That's
you
something we
run
haven't really like thought through. Is our task is to destroy Delta Green related stuff, but we don't necessarily know what all could be Delta Green related. Like, there's not a criteria for what to destroy. Like, if it was me, if I thought somebody might have come into contact with the supernatural and I found a photograph of them and their former wife with the wife's eyeballs scratched out, I might take that to mean let's destroy that. But we don't know.
Or at least take it.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I think we gotta take that thing out of here just in case.
You guys hear a knock on the door. Hello? Who's in there? I hear you. I hear you.
I shoot through
I
the
hide
door.
my happy ass in the closet and wait for all these other special forces sons of bitches to take care of that.
I
Don't
open
make me.
fire.
Don't make
Open
me.
fire.
Put fire through the door.
Yeah, fucking right through the door.
And I'm talking about.
Don't
the door
even
that's
look
in
at the
living
peephole.
room.
Just MP5 appears out of your jacket.
And
The one
it's banging
by the
on the door,
television?
and you hear, I hear you in there. If you don't open this door, I'm calling the police. It's this
I
door
will. Which one?
over here, the one
Okay.
you came in.
Oh, excuse me. I'll
Agent Cornmeal.
yeah, cornmeal. Yeah, Agent Cornmeal's gonna. I'll open the door, and
You opened the door, and that lady that was walking her dog standing there. She's got her dog, and she's like, "Who are you? Why are you in Mr. Bowman's apartment?"
I'm gonna pull out my badge, and says, "Ma'am, Mr. Bowman did some forensic work for the FBI, and we're making sure we're having to go through and make sure that there's no evidence left in this apartment or anything that may need to be confiscated or be classified."
She's like, "Oh, really?" She's looking
Yes, ma'am.
around, and they're all nosy, you know.
I'll block
like,
her
it was
view so
a-
she can't see.
She's like, "It was a terrible shame."
When you say these words, I'm picturing a specific neighbor.
she's
Karen?
got her little tiny dog in her hand, you know, and she's like, "Oh, it was so terrible about poor Mr. Bowman. He wasn't found for 3 days. And
So,
can you imagine dying in your bathroom?"
And so she says that, I was like, yeah, I imagine that's what the smell in the bathroom is, was the cleaner that they used to clean up from the body, I guess. I said, don't say it
Real
out loud.
pity.
Yes, ma'am, it's tragic.
She's like, "Okay, well, I'll leave you to your official business. I just wanted to check because, you know, we don't like to have strangers around here, and I don't
Yes,
like
ma'am.
people messing with dead people's things. It's wrong. It's wrong. Come on, precious. Yeah, it's time for our soaps." And she just walks on down the hall.
I'm gonna watch her go. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the dog first.
right in the back of
I hate little
Shoot the
dogs.
dog through her.
Yeah,
so that
if
she
I could do
sees
that.
it, and then
Yeah.
her. Yeah,
Then the doctor is a Brown Jenkins and eats me.
yeah, because this is Delta Green. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
I
right.
want to watch her and make sure she disappears on the hallway. She's not lingering about before I close the door.
Yeah, she does. Now she's talking the whole time, but it's to the dog. So.
Yeah.
She's just discussing with the dog what's about to be on The Price is Right.
Yeah. There was no mention, like I said, of a granddaughter or anything, which I think is kind of odd because I seriously doubt that the handlers would not tell us all the people involved. You know what I mean? So I wonder if we ought to take the picture and the ceramic thing you found with the kid's name on it, in case it's not a grandchild, but it's somebody or something else.
I think we should take that and the drawing you found on the fridge. I think we should start rounding this stuff up. Like grab a grab a Walmart bag out of one of the drawers in the
trash bag or
kitchen because
something,
everybody saves those, and just put it all into one big bag.
Did everyone put on their PPE before they came in here? Because we also don't want to leave fingerprints and stuff.
Yeah, I'm wearing a condom.
Nice.
I'm always, you never know when like a romance might break out, so I got to be prepared.
on each finger, that makes it
Like
really tough to
15.
grab stuff.
Mrs. Jankowitz, she's available. She's single. So.
Well, I did watch her. I was watching her leave, so I had to make sure that, and the dog. You said the living room was clean. We already went through the living room. There's nothing there.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've gone through the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom, and the bathroom.
Okay, so now I'll pass on the information I learned from the neighbor about the odds are that he died in the bathroom and the smell there's probably whatever they used to try to clean it up. So I don't know if we want to go in there again, maybe look a little closer.
I mean, if the dude was dead in here for a couple of days, like,
yeah,
there was also a bunch of stuff in the bathroom that was broken, and like.
Wait, there was broken. I missed the broken stuff in the bathroom. Was there like a struggle in the bathroom, or did this guy just like collapse?
The shower door was cracked. The towel rack was broken, and swept up in the corner was a broken ceramic toothbrush holder. So he's probably brushing his teeth. He's like, son of a
yeah.
That's how I'm going.
I already have. There's also this hall closet.
Yeah, in light of new information, can I go back into the bathroom and investigate these the things that are broken? Like, I want to go to the corner and check that little pile of ceramic dust.
Okay.
Just looking around for anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah,
And
so
also-
I have no more information for you in there.
Okay.
If you're trying to do some kind of special roll to try to detect something, I can give you definitive yeses and nos. But I mean, just going through examining this stuff, it's just broken stuff.
Well, I've already tried to detect the one thing I can possibly do, which is a cult. The only thing I'm good at, and I got nothing. So I can I can leave that lay, and I can. You know what? I actually want to go in the bedroom and do the same thing. I look at that picture of the man and his wife with the eyes scratched out, and I want to make an occult roll. Wait, what? Hang on. What did I say? Was it occult or?
It's something unnatural.
I thought it was a cult.
Might
It was
be a
unnatural.
cult.
Okay, no, my big ones are history and occult. So
Okay.
I want to look at that picture and see if I can ascertain anything otherworldly or supernatural about it.
Okay. Roll a 65. Fail.
That's a hit.
Hit.
My occult's at 80.
No
That's the
occult.
one thing I got.
I would say since you've tried this twice and succeeded twice, there is nothing occult here. Now, in your vast studies of these kind of things, you have seen before where people had crossed off people's eyes in photographs, and they're usually serial killers or
Yeah, that's
Somebody
kind of
that
what
really
I'm looking
hates
for.
somebody.
Is there any ancient spirits lingering around here? Is it haunted?
yeah, you
Did a
detect
ghost kill him?
nothing like that.
I think we should search the office.
All
I
right,
want to check this closet out by the bathroom first.
Ooh.
Just because it's.
it's a linen closet.
Oh, that's where I
Got
was
some
just hiding.
towels and-
Yeah, I mean, I'm here to
Towels,
tell you
okay.
that closet smelled really good.
Like Downy,
Yeah,
did?
it's
Okay.
the only place in this apartment that smelled good.
the official sponsor of this episode.
Gain.
You like RPGs? You'll love Downey.
Okay. It
If you like RPGs, you need to take a bath.
If you like RPGs, drink this bottle of Downey.
I know how next week's episode starts.
Doing shots of fabric softener.
We're sponsored this week.
Fresh, but my
Sponsored this-
intestines are coming out of my throat. Oh, this hurts.
It's so soft.
My teeth have never been so white.
We're sponsored this week by Downey and Old Spice. If you don't know how to use them, drink them.
My pancreas is so soft and fluffy.
Tip
But
of
my
the week.
colon is
Don't you want to be nice to the coroner?
very absorbent.
You've run out of vodka and the store's closed. Go grab a coffee filter and some Old Spice.
Just think of this flavored vodka.
Oh, down on the rocks.
I like mine with a dash of Brute. By Fabergé.
All right, so y'all are going to go to the office and do the
Do you think
intensive
if-
search.
Do you think if you mix Brute and Old Spice together, it's like mixing ammonia and brake fluid?
Yeah, I think it
It's like fucking,
explodes.
it creates like fucking mustard gas or
Poison
something.
gas.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you get the bottles together.
It makes the
just
kind of
explode,
shit we
right?
invaded Iraq over.
Yeah. If you get within like 3 feet of each other, the bottles just start to vibrate and explode. Is that what it is? I think we ought to gangbang this office.
Before we jump in the office, Shane, question for you on that picture with with Clyde and his wife. Do we know anything? Where are they? Do we know where they are in that picture?
Where
there's like a
are?
blurry
No.
location in the background. Can we place where that picture's taken?
No.
There's Colonel Sanders in the background.
They're at a KFC.
They are. They're at a KFC family function.
All right. Yep.
So you're going to have to burn all the KFCs just in case.
We're raiding the office.
All right, so all 4 of you are going to do the search.
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to take 3 hours, and I'm going to say you burn another hour doing all the other rooms.
Yeah,
So
I know.
you're
Every time
four.
I try to move my token, it moves all the tokens. I don't know why that is. I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
just click on the map first, and then click your
Oh,
token.
yeah.
Yeah, click and drag anywhere that's not the token, and that'll deselect them, and then you can click just yours.
I got you. I see it now.
Yeah. So you guys spend 4 hours going through all this crap, and he has tons and tons of documentation. And what you, after 3 hours, so after 3 hours of searching through this stuff, you've determined that most of these documents are work related, and he worked for the IRS. So it's just tons of tax forms, and you're going through all these tax forms and all this tax information and all this junk, and you find one thing of interest out of all of that entire office. You find out that you find a deed, and the deed is to a cabin that's about 4 hours away from you guys, that's in his name.
Yeah, because there's a cabin key on the key ring I took.
Yeah. Yeah.
these
You had a
like-
key labeled cabin.
Yeah. Are these like individual people's tax returns?
Yeah.
Just hanging out in his office.
Just hanging out in this house?
Yeah, he apparently worked from home part of the time,
That's pretty fucking
and that's
weird.
why he had the door locked. You know, that's
Yeah,
government
okay.
official information.
Yeah, I
The
guess.
OPSEC.
Yeah.
CUI, OUO.
Absolutely.
All right, so what would y'all like to do?
To the cabin.
Oh, I'm sorry. The deed is to a rural area about 4 hours away, and the paperwork has the coordinates, the exact coordinates for the cabin location.
In our past experiences with our handler, are we supposed to tell them if we're going someplace different, or do we just go and do what we got to do?
No, this guy, the only handler you guys have ever had has been Mr. Jones, and he's literally like a robot. He walks in
Okay.
the room, he lays it down, he doesn't wait for questions. He
Okay.
feels apparently that what he's told you is all that matters. The rest of it,
yeah.
he doesn't care about.
Yeah,
I
so
had
so
to
considering
wait
our
for-
48-hour time frame, we just have to be back in that conference room in the post
Yeah.
office by T plus 48 hours.
Yeah, and
so
just to emphasize this, if you didn't get it from my description of Delta Green, it's such a secretive thing. Like, if you do something and get arrested, there is nobody to call, right? You can't say, "Oh, I work for Delta Green." They'll be like, "What is that?" No, nobody's going to show up. But you're expected to do whatever it takes to get the job done, no matter how that messes with your own psyche or anything else.
So, what we're looking at so far is we have spent 3 hours turning this office upside down. Before that, we spent another hour doing extracurriculars. And the cabin is a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
So, if we were to get to the cabin, I mean, I don't know how long we're going to keep going with this. Maybe we'll stop it now, or stop it at cabin arrival or whatever. But time burnt in game, 8 total hours. So from standing in the cabin, we will have 40 hours to get back to the post office.
There's also a car key on this keychain.
Ooh,
There's a car
you know
somewhere.
what? We actually should check the car before we go.
Yeah, so it's kind of we need to check it. I'm assuming it's here, but we don't know that.
Yeah, let's just go out in the parking lot and start mashing the alarm button on the car and see if we can find it.
Make sure put it up to your chin so then it
Yeah.
bounces off of your skull so you get a bit more distance.
Yeah. I put it up my nose and hit the fob, keep it the unlock button.
All right. Yeah.
Let it
So
bounce around my fucking cavity.
you go
Size it.
outside and start pressing the button, and a Honda Civic starts going wah, wah, wah.
All right, I'll kill it and kill the alarm and walk over to the car.
Okay.
Are we done in the apartment? Is there anything else to find in the apartment, or can you tell us?
No, there's
I
nothing.
mean, if we go in there and like take the couch apart, we're not gonna find anything and shit like that, right?
Well, I mean, if you notice, I didn't make you do a lot of search checks.
Yeah. So I figured
Right.
it was just
But
yeah.
I mean, really, the only thing you could have searched and discovered was
Was
what
in the
that
office?
smell was.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll go. I figure we'll go check out his car because
Yeah,
I'm
when we
assuming
leave
he
the
has the
apartment, we're
computer.
taking that keychain with us with all
Yeah.
the keys
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and we're taking our trash bag full of potential potential incriminating evidence.
Yeah, another thing in regards, if just in regards to the whole computer question, was I know not having the piece of paper in front of you makes life difficult, but that summary report, I'm going to show it to you again. I believe might help you understand
The numerous consultations with a specialty in taxation and property confiscations.
Yeah, he only worked with the IRS
for like 3
to
years.
99,
right.
right? So the likelihood of him having a computer is limited.
True. Yeah. Okay. You got a point.
And 99 probably means that's when he retired. you
But
know?
if he worked there from 65, yeah. But he's only active with Delta Green for a short amount of time too.
Yeah, and that was in the 70s.
Numerous consultations with a specialty in taxation and property confiscations. Okay.
Alrighty.
Shane, can we make sure we lock the door?
This guy
when we
was
leave?
like,
Yeah.
this guy was in the field of like, okay, you owe us too much tax money, so how many of your houses are you going to have to put up? Like,
Right.
how many of your houses are you going to have to sell to the bank to make up what you owe in taxes? You know,
Yeah. That's what it seems like. Yeah.
Anything to note in the car? Well,
Yeah. No,
creamed Cornwall searches.
No.
nothing in the car.
No.
Okay. I want to take a few minutes to make copies of these keys and then take them back to the apartment and leave them in there in case we won't ever come back.
Yeah,
that way
and do remember, you know, you're in the modern world. You can go anywhere, do
Yeah.
anything y'all choose to do. It's up to you. But there is a time limit. So
Yeah,
you
whatever
can
want.
go. You can go up. You can go up the road and make copies of them keys at Walmart and come back.
Yeah,
and
That's all I wanna
leave
do.
the real ones here. But that,
Yeah, that's all I wanna do.
I think that is going to cook time. Like
It
between
is.
between messing around with the Civic and duplicating the keys, we're going to cook at least another hour, I would imagine.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, but that way, if we don't ever come back, they won't be questioning why, if the family knows, the children know about the cabin, why the keys aren't where they expect them to be or something like that. No bidding. So we're actually trying to make this as clandestine as possible. So
All right. I think we go ahead and do that. I think we spend the hour on that or whatever, and then strap our happy asses in for a road trip. We getting your Lincoln. What was it? What is your car?
it was an LTD.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
It's got a 400 cubic inch engine. It'll pass everything but a gas station.
Hell yeah.
It gets 3 miles in a gallon because it's built 1978.
Oh, man. All right. Copying the keys, putting the keys back in the apartment.
Yeah.
Locking the door
Yeah.
and going to the cabin.
Yeah, we're going to get the car in the garage cabin.
So you guys make a road trip. You drive about 4 hours. The last few miles to get to these coordinates are off of a road and down a dirt road. And you're driving back in the woods and you come along a set of trees, and there in front of you is a 1-story house. That's one of those faux log cabins in it. Mm-hmm. It looks like a log cabin, but it's just the siding basically. And it looks like these.
Hell yeah.
Small little place.
I've seen that place, the
back
Evil
in
Dead.
the woods. Yeah, it's surrounded in every direction by trees. Little log cabin looking 1-story house with a front porch and long rocking chairs.
Does that potentially match the background of the picture between Clyde and his wife?
No, just for your sake, since this is bothering you so bad, that was a picture of them sitting outside of their high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were homeschooled from this cabin.
In the basement.
Yes. If anybody dies, we know who's going first. So at least we're hoping. So that's where you pull up. That's what you see.
I get out of the car and slowly walk up the stairs to the porch and stare at that porch swing for a good long couple of minutes with that extended shot, just like in the Evil Dead.
Yep, dare to move.
Yep. And then slowly open the front door.
Yeah, I want to go around the back of the cabin just to scout the outside of it.
Okay. So yeah, the key marked cabin actually opens the cabin door. And I believe I've got a map for the cabin. Yes, I do. So you're on the... well, let's drag your characters on here. Creamed side.
Yep.
And McMurdy, I'll put you on the porch and you guys can go where you want to go. And I guess we'll start with Micah. So you're going to go in the front door, you said?
Yeah, so I'm just easing my way into the front door while I'm assuming at the same time Agent Cornwell's going in the back.
Yeah, I was going to swing around the house.
Yeah, so the first thing that strikes you when you walk in is it's kind of dusty and there's cobwebs up in the corners and on the windows. So it gives you a sense there hasn't been anybody here in a while. Most of the furniture in the living room is like secondhand. And, there's a closet in the hallway. There's a small living room with a fireplace and a couch or a recliner. You can see the kitchens past the living room. And set of double doors off of the living room is a pantry. And then there's doors that you imagine goes into a bedroom and another door that goes out the back through the kitchen. All right, let me go to Novi real quick. So, what's Agent Cornwell doing?
I was going to walk around, just like recon around the house. So I was going to go around the side here to where I am.
All right.
Sorry, I'm not sitting by the mic.
So when you're walking around the house, the first thing you notice where your character's located is a shed. And off to your right, you see the back porch to the house, and about 30 feet from the northwest corner of the house is what appears to be an outhouse.
Okay. I'm going to check out the shed.
Okay. You are able to open the door to the shed, and inside's a bunch of different tools, and there's 4 or 5 cans of gasoline.
Are there any power tools in here that use gasoline?
No.
Maybe it's a generator.
All right, let's go to someone else. Let's go to Mertry or Schnell. Who wants to go? Okay. Schnell.
The 4-hour road trip did a number on Dr. Schnell's bladder.
Okay.
So Dr. Schnell's also going to walk around and see the outhouse and go, oh man, I need to pee. And then go to the outhouse and search.
We'll smack her ass as she walks by.
That's it. Where's Delta Green HR?
You look at her and go, let's see. Okay, you go into the outhouse and it's exactly what you thought it would be.
Oh.
You want to give me a forensics check?
I don't have forensics.
Okay. What do you want to try to accomplish?
You want to give me a being a dumb bitch check?
Other than the obvious.
Have a search
Yeah, that'll work.
or occult? Do I sense evil spirits in the outhouse?
You don't. You don't sense evil spirits.
You do, but not any kind that are relevant.
I rolled a 61. My target was 20. I failed my search.
Yeah, so you don't really pick up on anything other than this is an outhouse.
I'm very comfortable a few seconds later.
Okay. We'll go to Mertry. McMurdy, sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust through the door and put my night vision goggles.
Well, you go blind because they got the lights
Just
on.
coming through tactical style. I'm standing behind you in my pantsuit.
God dang it, these things are never useful. Yeah, I want to like search the kitchen.
You want to search the kitchen, okay? Give me a check. Yeah, just the normal things you'd expect to find in the kitchen. All right. Who's next? Dr. Palmer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rifling through the living room. Do I see anything in the living room in terms of like storage, things with drawers, side tables, like?
No, I mean, the only thing with drawers is in the kitchen. There's a pantry. The pantry's got some food stores in it, but nothing really of interest.
All right, I'll look in
Kinda
the
dusty.
fireplace. Do I see anything suspicious in the fireplace?
Nah, there's some ash. That's about it.
All right, and I will. Did McMurtry already search that pantry? Is that included in the kitchen?
Yeah,
I want to root around in that pantry.
yeah. That's what I said. There's nothing in there but food stores.
Okay.
dusty.
If McMurtry found nothing, then I'm making my way into the bedroom.
Okay. When you step into the bedroom, you notice that there is a closet, a bed, a dresser, and a bathroom.
Yeah, mission accomplished, boys. Nothing to see here. This guy's got no Delta Green evidence anywhere.
I mean, if you want to search the room, you can search the room, but that's the immediate thing
I'll
you see
search
when
it.
you step in.
I will search it in a legitimate way.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through all the drawers in the dresser. I'm gonna go through the closet. I'm gonna rifle through everything.
Well, you don't find anything of interest when you're rifling through stuff until you look under the bed, and there's a footlocker.
Ooh, yeah, I'll pull that footlocker out for sure.
All right. When you pull it out, on top of it is a sealed envelope marked with a triangle in green ink, the symbol of Delta Green.
There it is. All right, I opened the
Sealed
damn envelope.
Okay. You open the envelope and it says, "To whom it may concern, if you're reading this note, I can assume I have died or become incapacitated before I had the courage to complete my final mission. You will find about 20 gallons of gas in the shed behind this cabin. Pour it into the septic tank beside the cabin and ignite it. You'd be happier if you didn't look inside. Please make sure that the remains are kept from my children. I am so sorry. God, please forgive me. Clyde Bauman."
I will alert everyone else to this letter.
Okay.
Show it to the rest of the gang.
Are you going outside to tell them?
Yeah, I come out here like that, and I'm standing in the doorway like, y'all look at this.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta go look inside.
Well, I have a question too. Why is there an outhouse when there's a bathroom?
Maybe they installed the bathroom later.
Outhouse was added later. Extra luxury.
For the getting back to nature shits. I got you.
Well, that's for whenever you're drinking shed beers.
I mean, you can always
Okay.
go examine the bathroom.
Y'all, what's a septic tank?
What the toilet dumps into.
That's where you keep your septics.
He wouldn't know anything about that. Bless his
These
heart.
little fish,
It's a
like a
septic
fish tank, but it's for
Yeah.
septics.
It's a fish tank for poop.
I regret my question.
You will never,
AJ, you
ever
ever
know,
snipe
AJ.
hunting?
You will never know what a septic tank is, AJ, unless you end
No.
up in one someday.
That's true.
I now own one. I have to think about getting it pumped every 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Make sure you put Red X down there every once in a while.
The good thing is you never
sir.
have to wonder where they are because the grass grows
Yeah,
the
the grass will
best.
tell you.
Yeah.
Just follow the grass.
Yeah, put your box of Red X down there once every 3 or 4 months and flush that out. Keeps the bacteria up.
Okey-doke.
If you ever have one, remember to tell Jeeves that.
Yeah, make sure James knows.
All right.
Oh, man.
So what are you going to do?
But we got to open it up. I think.
I think we should go looking for that septic tank. At least, I mean, if we're just going to dump the gas down there and ignite it, which we
Yeah.
should, we still got to
No,
find
we're
the
not.
septic tank first. Yeah, I want to look out. I'm going to stand on the back porch and look out for that
Well, can I stop you real quick?
very green patch of grass.
Can I stop you real quick?
Yeah.
I told you there was a Foot Locker with a note on top of it.
Oh, we didn't
Oh
know
yeah, I
that was-
didn't.
oh,
I didn't
read
open
the
that son of a bitch.
Yeah, we got to open the Foot Locker.
You didn't even bother with the Foot Locker.
No. I went. I acted on the first thing I saw.
Oh,
All right. So you want to go back in and open the Foot Locker?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the septic tank thing to everybody else, and maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't. But I'll go back inside and stick to the task at hand and check out what's in the Foot Locker.
You open up the Foot Locker, and there's a set of reel-to-reel tapes
Oh no!
dated August 15th, 72 to September 29th, 72. 21 hours total.
What were those years?
Will the tapes fit in the septic tank?
August 15th, 1972 to September 29th, 1972. 21 hours total.
this was after he worked with Delta Green because he
Yep.
worked for Delta Green from 67 to 70.
There's also a leather pouch containing hair, teeth, and feathers.
Did this motherfucker try to bring his wife back from the dead? And that's what's in the septic tank.
When I pick up the pouch, the feathers are ringing alarm bells in my head because I'm an anthropologist and I speak many Native American languages.
You do.
Can I do a roll on the?
You're an anthropologist. You know this is occult related.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Can I do an occult roll to see if I get any kind of sense of what the hell's happening here?
Yeah, you can give that a shot.
Hit
There you go.
You hit with a 71. What's your occult? 80?
80. It's the only thing I got. When the shooting starts, I'm going to be the first one dead. But up until that point, I'm going to be good.
So your knowledge tells you that that pouch is occult related, but you literally have a sense of foreboding and evil, even more so from those reels.
Ooh, no, like everything in me. If I was playing as me, I'd throw the reels in the septic tank. I'd dump the gas in there. I'd light it all on fire. I'd be done.
I mean, do what you want to do. Does anybody else want to do anything now?
Is there a real tape player in the house?
You can look.
You'd be in the living room, listening to
likely.
reel to reels by firelight, like the pioneers did.
Riding rocks.
McMurtry, you can use your night vision goggles in the septic tank. Just saying.
There you go.
Go crack that thing open so I can see in there.
So I can put my head in. Smells something bad. Yeah, it'd be funny if AJ's character also didn't know what a septic tank was. You know, like, oh yeah, just go down in there. There's these cute little frog-looking things. They're called septics. Go check it out.
So they keep all their telescope parts for the perfect telescope.
That's right.
Yeah, they're like little fairies. And you can eat the little brown ones. Do it.
Yeah, I gotta go feed the septics at my septic tank.
Okay, so what's the plan? Daylight's burning worse in real life than in the game.
And I'm fading quick. There's 10 hours on these tapes, right? You said
21.
21. Oh, 21. Oh shit, it's a whole fucking day.
And I mean, if you want to listen to them, you don't, these are reel to reel, so
Yeah.
you can forward through it or whatever. But these aren't video tapes. It's audio tapes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's reel to reel, yeah.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember those.
Yeah. That was for AJ's sake. He was over there in the corner drawing septics. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I walk out the bedroom door and report this to everybody else, and I say to the rest of the group that I've got a bad feeling about all this. None of the things I found in this footlocker look very good. If this guy was already Delta Green, he already knew the drill.
Yeah.
Let's just take what we found in this footlocker, put that in the septic tank when we incinerate everything, and get out of here. Be done with mission. Let's not overcomplicate this. Our job ain't asking questions. Our job's destroying evidence.
Yeah, we're just trying to hide everything. The only question I have is, he's saying the septic tank, does he mean the outhouse, or is there actual septic tank?
I mean, we can go looking for it.
Let me go look in the outhouse to see if that's what he actually means. Can I do that?
Cornwall
Yeah,
approaches.
I actually do think you and McMurtry both should do that since he's got the night vision goggles. Because if you find a real, actual septic tank, I think he should stick his whole head down in there.
That's a good idea. That's a hell of a plan. He looks disposable anyway.
As you approach the outhouse, you knock on the door. Dr. Snell yells, "Occupied."
Dr. Palmer is ready to blow this whole fucking scene. Do her job, get the hell
fuck
out, and get back on break.
Yeah.
We'll finish it next time.